about one scene. Well, I call it scene. It's not a deadly scene, don't worry, but I call it scene for myself. And I'm going to tell it with some stories that happened to me, which changed my life, my view toward this thing. So today I'm going to talk about being fastidiousness. To give the definitions, there are several dictionaries that provide things like being fastidious means it's the quality of being particular to scrupulous to maybe meticulous, fussy, or being extremely concerned about cleanliness and some details, you know. Well, unfortunately, I was that person, and being only child in my family, I used to be this girl who is really who gets easily disgusted, difficult to please, and every time complains about doing things and going to anywhere just because I need everything tidy, just because I need everything just like as my mom gives it to me. So after my ninth grade, I entered the college, so I had to stay in a common dormitory. Look, imagine yourself, a girl who was brought up alone, like a princess, I don't know, and all the care, love was only for me, sharing with no one else, not talking about the plates and other, itinerary things. But I had to eat from the one dining room and share all these things with spoon, plates, with others. Like, I know they are clean by some people, but still, I was so disgusted about all these things. And once, the story that changed my life is an article. After reading that thing, after being introduced to this person, whose name is Kevin Carter. Maybe some of you know him, but maybe not. Maybe some don't, but this is a successful photographer. He is famous because of his one piece of shot, which was awarded by a Pulitzer Prize, the photo that tells the truth, gives us the truth. Well, and I thought, now it's 21st century, and am I really thinking of perfect world? Well, we are not all perfect. Nothing is perfect, and we have to admit it. There are, like nowadays, even the news feeds are full of all this blood and corpses and all that human rights abuses, maybe. But we have to just admit it, and I'm not going to go deeper in that one, but this person, Kevin Carter, was a photographer who was sent to take shots of Sudan famine when it was in 1993. So the story goes like this: a girl or a toddler who is starving, and it shows the photo of starving Sudanese child who's been stalked by a vulture. Vulture is, a kind of bird that waits for its food until it is dead, fully dead. And Kevin Carter was going to the food camp organized by the United Nations on his car. So he saw this beautiful picture that could bring him that success. He stopped and waited for 20 minutes to get the best picture, the best shot. He had several shots, after which he just grabbed all his stuff and went to have his food. And after some time, his photograph was published in New York Times, which got praises, which got many comments, including some which he did not expect. Because the newspaper received many letters about the fate of this toddler. What happened to this child? Did he bring him or her with himself? Is she or he alive? Because this was not the question that bothered Kevin Carter that time. although he had that fame and although he had that Pulitzer Prize, he got the question, why am I doing it? And as we now know, he led a diary, which had a message, which made me think about life. It said, "Dear God, I promise I will never waste my food, no matter how full or bad, no matter how bad it can taste or full I may be. I pray, God, that this little girl will be delivered from the misery and will be protected by all the disasters. I pray that we will be more sensitive towards the world around us and not be blinded by our selfish nature and interests." Now, this picture became like a reminder how lucky we are all to have the things that we take for granted. And after this, my life in dormitory became way more happier because I stopped complaining about that kind of scrupulous things. I got to know that there are some other people who are less fortunate than us, and if I will happen to have the same situation, I will not have any chance to complain about those things. Like, think about them. They don't have even a choice to choose a tidy one or just anything. So this may be, the story that you have now heard may be a little confusing, going from one story to another, but that's the thing that made me think and change my life. And now, admitting that fastidiousness is not a deadly sin, although it's a matter of our today's world, that we should maybe at least accept and be happy with what we have. Thank you.